so often, I like to prepare a special treat for my family. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a mixed berry pavlova. It's a wonderful treat that everyone is super excited when it's served. It's layers of baked meringue topped with a wonderful Greek yogurt and cream mixture, and finally garnished with lots of beautiful mixed berries. For my pavlova, I'm going to be preparing a meringue base. I'm going to separate my egg whites from the egg yolks. I always separate the egg whites individually in a separate bowl just to avoid any mistakes if an egg yolk cracks or if there's any eggshells, and this way I don't have much wastage, only one at a time. And I'll need 5 egg whites for this recipe. And with the whisk attachment, I'm going to whisk these eggs together for about 5 minutes until it forms stiff peaks. Next, I'll gradually add in my caster sugar, 1 spoon at a time. I want it to create a beautiful glossy texture. Make sure to pull in the sides just to make sure everything is nicely mixed. Now look at how beautiful and silky smooth this mixture is. And with a spatula, mix everything in. And for the final step, I'll add in my vinegar and corn flour or cornstarch, either works. I'm going to be baking my pavlova in this large baking sheet, which I'm going to line with some parchment paper. I'm going to need 2 plates, one larger than the other. The larger plate will act as the base of my pavlova, and I'll just trace the parameters as a guide. And I'm just going to flip the parchment paper with the lead side on the base. And I can see the lines coming through. And a little tip to avoid the parchment paper from moving, I'll just add a bit of the pavlova mixture on the corners to act as a glue. And finally, I'm going to place the pavlova mixture. Now I like my pavlova to be thick, and I'm going to leave about 1 inch space around the perimeter of my circle so that the pavlova can have a nice thick consistency and it has enough space to expand. And what you want to do is create a little well in the middle of the mixture so that you have enough space to add your filling. Okay, and these are now ready to go into the oven. I've preheated it at 150 degrees Celsius. I'll bake this for about 50 to 55 minutes. Then I won't open the oven, but I'll reduce the heat to 120 degrees Celsius and bake for an additional 50 minutes. And once the pavlova has finished baking, I'll turn off the heat and allow the oven to come down to room temperature before I remove the pavlovas out of the oven. My pavlova has been resting in the oven now for a few hours, and now I'm going to start preparing the different toppings. Here I've got these wonderful selection of berries. I've got blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. I'm quickly going to prep them so that they're ready to use. And I'll also prepare my whipped cream and yogurt mixture. I always like to wash my berries before I use them, and I need to be very gentle as they can bruise easily. What I do is rinse them in a colander under cold water, and then I'll layer the berries on a tray lined with paper towel and just let it air dry. And I'll just repeat the same steps with the rest of my berries. And then what I like to do is just layer some kitchen paper towel on top and let it gently absorb any excess moisture from the top so that it naturally dries without putting too much pressure and bruising the fruit. Next, I'm gonna wash my strawberries. These are beautiful, plump, and sweet strawberries that I love adding to my pavlova. They're really delicious just to eat on its own, and the kids love it when it's dipped in chocolate. And what I'm going to do is gently wash these and individually pat dry them. With my fruits all prepped, I'm going to start preparing my yogurt and cream mixture. In a stand mixer bowl, I'm going to add my double cream and castor sugar, and I'll mix this until it has stiff peaks, about 2 to 3 minutes. Once it has that nice consistency, I'm going to fold in my yogurt. Now here I have this delicious coconut flavored yogurt. You can get plain yogurt, but I find that the coconut pieces that are in the yogurt really add a nice layer of texture and beautiful flavor to my pavlova. And I'll just pour it in and just fold the ingredients together very gently. I'm gonna let this chill in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes. I want it to kind of firm up a little bit so that it's easy to spread. Now I'm ready to assemble my pavlova. I always like serving it in a beautiful serving platter. And here are my beautiful baked meringue bases. I'm gonna gently remove. Place the larger base on the bottom. Next, I'll add my cream and yogurt mixture. I'm going to layer about half the quantity on top and then just gently spread. Then start adding your beautiful berries. And I have to say, there's something really joyful whenever you see berries as part of your recipe. It just induces this childish joy that everyone loves, and it just makes everyone so happy. And I can't wait to see the look of joy on my children's face. And just gently distribute the different berries on top. I'm going to cut the strawberries into quarters. Next, I'll add the top layer of my pavlova. Look at how majestic that looks. And then add the rest of your cream mixture. And finally add with another layer of fruit. And for the top layer, what I like to do is just cut my strawberries in half with the stem on and just gently decorate on top to give this a very opulent and rich and colorful feel. My pavlova is ready, and I always like to serve extra berries on the side so that everyone can just top up after each serving. And here I have these beautiful bowls that I'm just going to add my delightful berries in it. Not only are they delicious, flavorful, and super sweet, but they're just very nutritious, have lots of antioxidants, and are a healthy snack any time of the day. My pavlova is ready, and I always like to serve it with extra fruit on the side so that everyone can add as much topping as they want. This is a truly delightful, joyful, and fun dessert that everyone is just so happy when it's served on the table. Do try it at home and let me know what you guys think. See you guys later.